Yeah. Welcome to the Fans Point of View podcast with your host, the most unknown podcaster there is about that Truckin Chubbzy, aka Clarence Hampton III. This ain't your coaches and pros, the X's and O's. This is the Fans Point of View and what I know. So let's go. So I'm waiting on a special guest. I'm about to have evening, y'all. Special guest popping up in right now. None other than my father. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. What's going on, Dad? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I got my pops up in here and then here that he got the crispy HD cam. That looks so good, Dad. That joint look fire. I can't hear you, but yeah, we gonna get up into it today, y'all. We got a whole great show for y'all. Make sure that you like and you sharing the stream. Those that's in the chat right now, I appreciate it. If you jump up in here with us, make sure that you like the stream, man. Because hey, look, even if you ain't rocking with somebody you know, you could go ahead and say so. I can't. I can't. You know what I mean? I'm not getting nothing. I ain't getting nothing. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay. There you go. There you
Yep,
go. All
yep,
right.
yep.
There you go. What up?
I
What
had to
up,
dry
Dad?
it
What's
out.
going on?
Not much, man. Sitting up here watching this mess over here.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
man, I can't. I just don't understand it, man. I just don't understand it. I don't. I don't. I don't. But look, for everybody who don't, you know what I'm saying, no, that's my father right there. I want y'all to give him a warm welcome here to the this is our segment, our show. We trying to put this together, the Hampton Huddle. As y'all can
Yep.
see, that's Junior. I am the third. You know what I'm saying? There's one more Hampton right now, and that's not here with us, but he will be with us shortly. You know what I'm saying? And sometime in the future, my brother, I hope he jumps up in here. If you're just jumping up in here, make sure that you liking the stream and that you sharing it so it could get out into everybody because we're gonna get into some topics tonight. We got some very good content tonight. We're gonna get into a lot of things, y'all. Hi, family. What's going on? That guy, I'm guessing what's up. You gotta drop a name in there because it's just a Facebook user as that. Because if you don't have my YouTube, she's okay. Hey, pops up Hampton Huddle. Can you see the message?
Yeah. I see it. I see
All
it.
right.
I see it popping up. I'm assuming that's your aunt.
Okay. Me too. Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's her too. What's
Yep.
going on, Auntie? We're gonna get into some things, man. We got some things to get into today. I'm hey look, hey dad, man. I'm so thankful for you to be here and I'm pumped, excited for this show right now. So we
hmm
can get into these topics, man. We about to get into them. Let me get this slide pulled up.
Oh,
And
okay. That's on them. On them and cousin Candy. Okay.
on M and
What's up
cousin,
on them?
what's going
Okay.
on with y'all? What up?
That's actually
I'm a ball.
she's actually one of the matriarchs. You know, her and her twin Aunt Shirley. They the
For sure.
matriarchs of the family now.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
Right. Can you see that? Can you see that the slide pulled up yet? Let me get that shared
No,
over.
no, no. I can't see the slide.
All right, so we got it now. It's up there now. And the slides up there. Can you see it now?
Yep.
All right. All right, let's get it rocking. Let's get it going. I got that up there, the copyright disclaimer, just in case anybody out there want to get in some feelings and try to get this Hampton Huddle money, but you're not getting it today. You heard me? All right. Well, yeah. So, first thing I got up here is Bill Belichick. As you know, he's supposed to be leaving after this season. Uh, Maybe even before then. Is this a good thing or a bad thing for New England? What you think on that?
I think that when everything runs its course like that. He's one of the best to still ever do it. To coach in that league, and he's one of the best planners. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Strategists. In the game, but everything runs its course, and I think that team, like our team, even needs a fresh, uh, jolt right now. Maybe even if it's the same message from a different messenger. You know what I mean? You still need to, something fresh. I just think that it's run its course. Unfortunately, he still did his thing against the Steelers, but um, I just think it just needs a new, not a new message, but a new messenger. You know,
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
time.
I get that. I get that. Hey, look, I rocks with that. That me, I think, I think us, like you said, Bill Belichick is one of the greatest out there. Strategic, very strategic with his movement.
Oh
He goes about the game and everything.
no, I was looking at the message, man. That kind of caught me off.
No, no, go ahead. Like,
No, no, no. I was looking at what on input up there, and
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. She said, keep it up, y'all. Y'all going to be successful. Just keep at it. I got to get more time into the word of God of Israel. Hop
hmm
on live whenever I have better downtime. Oh man.
yeah. Well, that's my lane, but I'm gonna call on them though. I'm gonna call on them. That's definitely the space where you
Hmm.
know I like to conversate. But love you on them. Thanks for tuning in, supporting CJ. I know he appreciates it, and I will be calling you soon.
Most definitely. We gonna get up into everything. Ain't nothing, ain't this just ain't just sports. We gonna get up into every little thing. We gonna talk about a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And if that's so big to come here, then that's so big. If somebody don't like it, they could jump up out of here. It's just what it is, you know what I
hmm
mean? Either rock with it or you
hmm
don't. We ain't begging nobody for that, you know what I'm saying? But if you just joining in, make sure that you like it and you sharing the stream. I appreciate that. But Bill Belichick, I believe that, like you said, I agree with that. Things is running its course right now. However, when people talk about why New England don't have a quarterback, why they don't have this and they don't have that, that's his fault. He's the GM, the head coach, the defensive play caller. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all on him. He brought every player that's into New England. He had the final say on who he was drafting, who he was bringing in there. So that's on him. Like, you can't blame nobody else but Bill
hmm
Belichick for the players that he has on that field. Now we know that he's a defensive minded coach, and that defense is always in the top 10 and still is right now. It's in the top 10. And I don't think that it's moving nowhere. Right? And recently, you know what I mean? It ain't going nowhere. It's in the top 10, but offensively, he don't have that mind. And I think that he should have brought somebody in and or even a consultant or something like that to help him with offense more and just saying instead of saying I'm Bill Belichick, I'm the guy, I know what I'm doing. And yes, you know what you're doing as far as defense goes, but as far as offense goes, nah, like you don't, he, and you got to blame him for that. For them, the lack of offense that they have is his fault. He brought everybody in. I heard a lot of people talking about how they what pieces they don't have on offense and everything they don't have there. Like, so what you think about that though? You agree with me what I'm saying, or you got
Say
something else?
say the last part again. I was distracted by the background. Say the last part again.
So every player that the New England Patriots now have right now, Bill Belichick, Bill Belichick brought in.
hmm
Now, a lot of people were saying that, you know what I mean, if the Patriots had this, if the Patriots have that, but it's his fault that they don't have that, correct? Like, he's the GM
Right.
and all everything
He had
else, you
the
know what I'm saying?
foremost. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. They've been kind of I don't know if they've been stripping that away from him with the last parts of it, but you know, um, it all started kind of crumbling when Brady left, right? Which everybody knows. But then also when Jimmy G got traded away. I don't know, I don't know if they still would have had the same success if Jimmy G wouldn't have got traded away. But yeah, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, he bought in most of the players there that's there now. The majority of them, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
It was his call to bring them in or even get rid of some. Right.
Right. Okay. All right, that's what's up. All right, hey, that like man, we gonna move on to the next thing. Unless anybody in the comments or anybody watching has anything to say, feel free to jump in the comments. How do you feel about it in the chat? What do you feel like? Do you feel like it's a good thing that he's out, or how do you feel about the lack of offense that they have? Is that his fault, or do you think that? Well, what do you think? Watching, come on, viewers, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? I'll
Mhm.
jump on to the next topic. And while I do, if you still want to say anything about New England, you can. Y'all gotta excuse me. Something trying to get me, but it ain't gonna get me. It ain't gonna get me.
Yeah.
So Cam's comments, Cam Newton, and I had to get Cam Newton flag. You know what I'm saying? Because he got the show Funky Friday. I had to get a flag Cam Newton up there because he ain't playing football, whatever. But so, have you heard his comments that what happened with Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, and I believe I can't remember who else it was, Russell Wilson or somebody like
Right.
that. Or
He said they weren't game changers, right?
they were game
Is
managers.
that what you're speaking about?
Exactly is what I'm speaking about. That yes,
Okay.
exactly what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yep,
about
yep.
right. So what do you think about his comments, Dad? Where do you think that's going?
I
Like, do
mean,
you think he has the right to say that about
Cam,
QBs or what?
yeah, yeah. I mean, coming, in that lane, that was his that was his space. You know what I mean? He was that. And you can't like when and I think he's saying that from a perspective of him looking at himself because when he first came into the league, he was that. He was a game changer. That's what Cam Newton was then. But as as he started moving around and stuff, he became a game manager, like he was saying. So I think he's fairly looking at himself and then you know critiquing those other guys. I have to agree a lot, and particularly when it comes to Brock Purdy, because a lot of quarterbacks have had success out there in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but not like what we're seeing right now out of Brock Purdy. But I do agree that it's probably more of the system. So he manages the game.
Correct.
He
I
manages
agree.
the game where he does make plays, but he's surrounded by you know top playmakers though. He has playmakers around him, at the wide receiver position, at the running back position. You know what I mean? Even though I'm not a Christian, I'm not a C Mac fan, but
Mm-hmm.
he's probably the best running back in the game right now. Unbiasedly. You know what I mean? He gonna run, he gonna catch, so but and then Debo is, you know what I mean? And then
Mm-hmm.
even I can't even remember his name, the one that lit the Steelers up too, man. He was crushing us in the first.
Are you
I can't who?
Brandon? Are
Ayuk,
you?
yep, Brandon. Yes. So I mean, he's surrounded by playmakers. So
Mm-hmm.
if he doesn't turn the ball over 9 times out of 10, his defense is going to get him a good field position,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Right.
then he just don't got to turn the ball over and then make a good throw
Right.
here and
Right.
there, which is what he does. So I you know what Cam does, man, and he's good with that. He's with the YouTube game.
Hit that
He's
like button.
found a way to he's found a way to have that shock value. So I think
Mm.
that's probably what got everybody like rattled
Mm-hmm.
or whatever because it's the timing in which he said it. You know what I'm saying? He picked the right time to come in and say it because now it's starting to be clutch time in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, people are fighting for the playoffs, and you know, there's a little bit of barbershop talk going on between who's better between him and Jalen Hurt and all that stuff. So, you
Right.
know, he I think that's what it is. So do I agree? Because I kind of said I did at the beginning of that there, on my little dissertation there. But I think that yeah, I agree with with Brock Purdy. Who else? Who else did he say? He said a couple other names too. Who else was it?
I know he said Dak Prescott too. I know he said Dak Prescott.
Dak.
Hmm He said Dak was a game manager and not a game changer.
Okay, the way Dak is playing right now,
Hmm
he's a game changer.
Right,
The
game
way he's
changer.
playing right now,
Okay,
the way he's
okay,
playing right now, not the way he was playing at the beginning of the season.
right, right, right. I mean, look, I agree. I agree that you killed that. You killed that take. You killed it. Look, whatever. I feel like Cam Newton. I feel like everybody's wrong for getting on Cam Newton and saying that he can't critique quarterbacks. Now, us here on the Hampton Huddle, I want y'all to hit that like button, hit that share button. It don't cost you nothing to do that. You know what I'm saying? If you, even if you don't rock with the show, somebody that you know that knows somebody might rock with it and want to stick around, because we are going to get into talking about Coach Prime. But right now we got some other things we talking
Mhm.
about. So that's exactly, I know what you coming here for. So stick around. We gonna get into that. Hit that like button. But I feel like that Cam Newton is more than qualified to talk about quarterbacks and critique quarterbacks. If anybody is going to be able to do that, that's going to be Cam Newton. Cam Newton can do
Mhm.
that. And I mean, yes, you know what I'm saying. I'm a fan. I come from a fan's point of view, but like I would defer to Cam Newton when it comes to talking about quarterbacks. I would sit back, listen, and hear what he has to say. If he feels like a quarterback as a game manager, he's been out there on the field at a NFL level, so he knows what a game changer looks like on the field, and then he knows what a game manager looks like on the field. So anybody that
Facts.
was giving Cam heck about his comments and how he felt, like, how could you say that he played? Let's not forget, where did this come from? That came from Cam
Yeah.
Newton, baby. Cam
Right.
Newton
Right.
was
Right.
out there
Right.
balling, being a game changer, and like you said, he turned into a game manager in his later on in his career. So, like,
Mhm.
I don't agree with how everybody was jumping on him. If anybody could critique a quarterback, it's definitely Cam Newton up on Funky
Yeah.
Friday, dog. Like, that's just how I feel about that. You know what I mean? Like, so ease up off of Cam and defer to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's how
Mhm.
people like to get. You can't say that you can't know. He knows how to play quarterback in the league. He's took hits. I mean, for real, for real. Like, you know what I mean? Back when they wasn't protecting Cam as much as they was protecting everybody else. So let's just rock with it. But I agree with you. I agree with what you said that you look, you had some very valid points about, you even broke it down how, Brock Purdy and how Dak was playing. So that was an excellent take. I mean, look, I mean, both of us was right on point with that. That's how I feel though.
Mhm.
But we're gonna keep it moving on to the next topic. And while y'all out there, somebody said absolutely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I agree. While y'all out on the chat, man, what I mean, hit that like button, hit the share button. Let's get it moving around, get more people up in here, stay up in the chat, stay active in the chat. Y'all give y'all take in the chat too. Y'all comments will go across the screen. You got any questions while the show is rolling for any one of us on how we feel or anything, y'all go ahead and ask them questions and we'll get them answered for y'all as best as we can. All right. So we're gonna keep it moving though. On to the next topic. All right. So the next thing I got here is Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin's Ole Miss with the recruiting. This is a little bit about the transfer portal. And I wanted to highlight Lane Kiffin a little bit because Coach Prime, he gets all the glory and everything. They even called him the transfer portal king about, what he brought in. But I wanted to highlight what Ole Miss is doing right now. Let's not sleep on the SEC. You know what I'm saying? And what they brought in. So they've brought in Tyler Barron, the edge from Tennessee, from reading from your left to your right. They brought in Walter
Okay.
Nolan. Walter Nolan is the top defense player in the portal period. Just he's the best college football player in the portal period right now. But he happens to be a defensive tackle. Princely I cannot pronounce his last name, and I'm not gonna try and butcher it. You know what I mean? Um, and Chris Paul Jr. Here, I could try to make that a little bit bigger for you, see if you can see it.
No, no, no. I could see it now. I was just trying to pronounce the name. As you said that, I was trying to pronounce it too. It looked like
Your man Milan,
human,
Milan.
human myelin.
Oh, Human Milan. Okay, that
Human.
that sounds good.
Mhm.
Princely Human Milan. Okay, and he's an edge from Florida. He played good. He played excellent ball. And
Okay.
Chris Paul Jr., as we know, the great Chris Paul, the point guard, that is his son right there. You know what I'm saying? Big boy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 6'1", 233. And I look what they did is nothing short of great. But how did what like
Okay.
and them bringing them guys in, I can get a the list pulled up right now. They're all the best in their position. Tyler Barron, that is the number. He's ranked right behind Princely you in the portal. So they're the best edges in the portal, the best defensive tackle in the portal, and the best the best linebacker in the portal. And like you said, their record ain't you know what I mean, on paper it's looking good because their record from last season ain't bad at all. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just tell me a little bit about what you think about that. You know what I mean? And a little bit about what you
Right.
think.
I mean, I'm just straight weighing in now because I don't know much about that. About the portal. I would have to look at at each player more. But like I was saying to you when we were speaking earlier,
Okay.
Ole Miss did have a pretty good season, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
in the conference as a whole, you already see what they're doing. So I mean, like the SEC is never down. I think, um, like you started out saying, excuse me, earlier about Prime and in Colorado, a lot of attention was out there. So,
Mm-hmm.
and rightfully so, especially at the beginning of the season. But I think that the conference as a whole, the Pac-12, right,
Mm-hmm.
was 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 arguably the best conference this
Right.
year,
Okay.
other than Georgia and Alabama. Besides that,
Mhm.
you can't really sleep on the SEC ever, like you said. And now, making them splashes, like you said. What position
So
does the he looks like he might be. I can't tell if that's
so
a Islander name. No, Princely. Is
he's
he
the
an
edge.
Islander?
He's a the edge is like the hybrid outside linebacker
Okay.
defensive end. So you know what I mean. That's what they
Okay.
call the edge now. Is the outside linebacker DN. He can play both, um, because that's what that is. The outside linebacker defensive end, the hybrid. T.J.
Gotcha.
Wattish. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what he is.
What's the other name they use for that? Tweener. A tweener.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, just not to cut you short or anything, but I do want to tell you that Ole Miss, because you said they were good and the record was good, so I pulled it up. Ole Miss was actually 6-2 in the conference in the
Okay.
SEC, and their overall is 10-2, and they do have Penn State in the bowl game.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
yeah.
I'm taking them over Penn State.
You are. You are.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gonna
I'm
take
taking them
it.
too
We
much.
gonna get into. Hold your comment. Hold that.
Go ahead.
We gonna get
Go
into
ahead.
the
Go ahead.
bargaining
Go ahead. We're gonna
units
come
and
back. All right. Go ahead.
yeah,
Go
we
ahead.
we
Yep.
gonna get into that. But you know, yeah. So Tyler Barron play edge. If you just joining us, I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna stick around long, hit that like button one time. Share the show. You know what I'm saying? So it floats around. I appreciate y'all, man, rocking with us. This is the Hampton Huddle. As y'all can see, got my pops here, and we missing one more Dom. We love you. You'll be out here with us soon. I know you will. So Tyler Barron plays he plays edge for Tennessee. He did play edge for Tennessee. What Lane Kiffin did is no slight in that portal. He absolutely killed the portal. Like I'm telling you, with these picks,
Hmm.
he also got Anton Wells, the wide receiver that was at South Carolina. He got hurt. Now he would have been Spencer Rattler's top receiver, but he got hurt. And I don't like to judge people from what they used to do. Like, what have you done this season? I don't care what you did
Right. Right.
the
Right.
season before that. Let's go off of what you did this season, the work you put in. So that's why he's not up there, but he was productive in 2022. Let's not get that no slight to him, but I don't know if he's going to be productive now because he got hurt last season. But this season, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
But yeah, the pickups that he got, man, was that's crazy. Ole Miss, they only lost 2 games, and I'm telling you right now, Walter Nolan was the best defensive. He's the best defensive lineman in college football. Arguably, he's the best. He's going to be the best defensive lineman in college football going into next season. So look, I like what Lane Kiffin did in Ole Miss, man. Watch out, man. They might be the new kings of the SEC, because there's a lot of people from Georgia that's in the portal right now, which is
Are
crazy
they
to
in the
me.
West or the East? Are they
I,
in the West or the East of
Ole Miss
the
is in the
SEC?
West. They're in the SEC West with Alabama,
With
Mississippi
Alabama.
State.
Okay.
Yeah, all them.
I could see
Yeah,
that
yep,
maybe, you know. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because a lot of, I
Or at
mean, a
least
lot.
matching
Bama
up with
didn't.
you think they match up with you think they match up with Georgia good?
Bama and Georgia in trouble. Okay, okay, user. Okay,
Okay.
somebody said Bama and Georgia in trouble. Hey, look, I think so. I think so
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of people that hit the portal from Georgia. I mean, Georgia lost a lot of people to the portal. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to that or not, but there's a lot
I
of people
haven't.
in the
They
portal.
did, huh?
Yeah,
A lot
they
of
hit them hard.
key spots or
I mean, like, so they lost some defensive players to the portal. They lost some offense. Like, I don't think they lost a quarterback, a backup quarterback to Kentucky. Um,
mm,
they lost. I'm about to pull it up for you right now. So y'all just rock with me because I'm gonna pull it up just so I'm accurate on the take and I don't want to give y'all any false information. Okay, so Nyland Green, they gave him 4 stars. He's a 95 overall cornerback. He's in the portal from Georgia. AJ Harris, another cornerback, 95 4-star 4-star 95 overall. Another cornerback from Georgia is in the portal. London Humphreys, he transferred into Georgia, the wide receiver from Vanderbilt. Um, and Georgia also Marvin Jones Jr., the edge, 93 overall 4-star. He's in the transfer portal right now. Yeah, so yeah, they losing some defensive players. I mean, when you lose to a lot of depth, and they also lost Brock Vandegrift, the backup quarterback, 4-star, 92 overall, to for Kentucky. I don't know how he wasn't starting for Georgia. I'm surprised he was not starting for Georgia. 6'3", 205. I
mm,
seen a little bit of his high school film. I thought that he was good. I thought he was great actually, and but there's a lot of competition at Georgia, so I can't question what the coach did or whatever.
yeah.
They got.
And they're always in the top 5
Mm-hmm. Yep.
with the recruiting, you know what I mean?
Right.
So they just reload, man.
Right. I mean, yeah. I
You
mean,
know
they
what I
they
mean?
may there's a lot of money down there, but there's a lot of that oil and crude money down there in Mississippi too, though.
In Mississippi. And plus, I'm gonna say this too, man. I had this conversation with somebody earlier in the week, and like a
It's
lot of
crazy.
them.
What up, Breeze? What up, Breezy? He said, "What up, Breezy?" He said, "Batman, Georgia in trouble." Hey, what up? What else you think?
Mhm.
So Breezy, what you think about? Thank you for joining in with us, Breeze. What you think about Lane Kiffin grabbing all these people up out of the portal, man? What you think about that, Breeze? Go ahead and drop down in the comments. I'll wait on you. While Pops give his take real quick on what he was about to talk about, and then I'll get your question answered. All right, pop you back up there.
I think that like Kirby Smart.
Mhm,
I always did though. Kirby Smart, uh, Nick Nick Saban. They're and it's something just looking at it. They're like those are programs, man,
mhm,
and it's different. It's different with what's going on up in Boulder. There's not many. It seems like the players coaches are more few,
mhm.
and like Nick Saban and Kirby Smart and those type of players, which is more that you see that even Mario Cristobal, those are program developers,
Uh-huh. Mhm.
and then they manage them.
Right.
But like there's few people that are um like players coaches. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that's what I see. It seemed like the way that he interacts with the players, that guy down in old Miss, he got that kind of you know
Bravado.
thing going on down there
Yeah.
too, where he
Mhm.
where he has a more of a I'm gonna say personal connection with the players
Mhm.
than some of those other coaches. So that might be why some of those players are wanting to gravitate toward going down toward Ole Miss. But that's just my overall take on when I watched a couple Ole Miss games this year. I didn't watch a whole bunch, but I did see them play Mississippi State.
Right.
I'm trying to see who else I saw them play. But their offense was, explosive, man.
Wasn't it?
You know,
Wasn't
so
it? It was.
yeah,
It was very
yeah,
explosive. Their offense was explosive. That's
yeah.
why, He went after that. He got that defense checked out, and then he filled every position for that defense so far. Like he has filled with the top players in college football. Like man, Ole Miss, man, like
Mhm.
they might be the new kings of the West. I mean, don't be surprised if they not, man, if they can't take down the juggernauts, man, because I believe that's why the SEC looked a little different this year, in my opinion. Is because of the defense. The defense just wasn't there for the SEC this year. If you, you know what I mean, because like the little bit of offense that was there, but there a lot of defenses struggled in the SEC. To be honest, the most consistent defense that I've seen in the SEC that was Mizzou. Like, and that's kind of off, but to me, because I watched a
Who's
lot of
say this again?
football, Mizzou, Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah,
Okay.
Missouri was the most
Mm.
consistent to me though. Just to me, you know what I'm saying? Because like
Mhm.
Georgia they got in some dog fights and but their defense just wasn't as dominant. I mean, they did dominate the Kentucky game, but then they come back and then they, like they struggle with Missouri in the first half and everything. So okay, so we got a comment here. We got a comment here. Somebody got a comment. We're gonna read that
Mhm.
out. Saban is a top notch. He will get his. Yeah, smart,
Mhm.
and all SEC have to do something to take a high road to take over Bama. Has ran it for a long time. Someone has to change their approach. I agree. Good take. I agree. Hey,
Oh,
look, that's a
yeah.
good comment. I agree, man. I agree.
Mhm.
Like with like Saban is just he's a great master man at what he does. Like Saban is great at what he does and what he do, and people are changing their approach. Lane Kiffin's been at it for some years now, and they've been trying to block Lane Kiffin. I think that's probably why they didn't want Deion Sanders down there in the SEC at Auburn, I guess.
Mhm.
But you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, but I agree with that take. That's a good take, Facebook user. I think that's Breeze.
Who's that? Dom. That I think that's Dom or Dante.
And he said, and that's what he is doing, and I love it. Okay. Somebody said that. He said, Dad. Okay, that's Dom. What up, bro? What's going on with it, bro? What's going on? We miss you, man. I wish you was here with us kicking it. I wish y'all was in here with us getting this cracking. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Make sure y'all sharing the stream and everything. Stay in them comments. Let's keep this thing flowing, putting it in there. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going like that, man. But yeah, it's super dope.
Okay,
Tay,
okay, that's
Tay.
Dante.
That's Tay. What up,
Yeah.
Tay? That's my bro. Okay.
What up,
What up,
son?
Tay? I'm that you the basketball man, Tay. Everybody, you know what I mean. You the basketball guy. You the hooper, you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So yeah, we gonna get it popping, man. We get this Hampton Huddle thing is about to take off, y'all. Y'all keep rocking with us, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that like and that share button, We got my brother Tay on the basketball, got my brother Dom in the football, and we all fam brothers. We all bros. You hear me? Family. Family first, you heard me? You heard me?
Praise,
Drop
man.
a bomb for that. Drop
Yep,
a
yep,
bomb
yep.
for that. All right. So the next thing everybody came here to see and what everybody want to know on the Hampton Huddle is Coach Prime. Is Coach Prime not signing the contract, right? Is him not signing that contract in Colorado? Is that a big deal or not? And how you feel about that, Dad?
Let me weigh in, man. See, I gotta get some more facts, but prematurely, I'm gonna say, right. I think I think it can be. I think
Dad,
it can hurt him recruiting wise too, unless
congratulations,
unless
Tay.
something else surfaces. Because people, players, potential recruits are gonna look at that.
Mm-hmm.
If he's gonna be there or not. If he's going to roll out after Shador, leave, or is he going to give it a shot to see if the program can stay afloat? You
Right.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I know his daughter's playing basketball there, so he might still be around. But or is it, did he not sign it because he's looking for something more? You know what I mean? So what I see something up in the comment. What they saying?
They
He might
saying
not have to be his.
he might not want that to be his primary home. He might not
Okay,
want that to be his
I can
primary
see
home.
that.
Like,
I can see that. But I don't think it is anyway now. Anyway, like I know, well, he's gonna have to spend a lot of time there. But I don't think like during the off season, I don't think he's gonna be up in Boulder all like that. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
they said
Unless
they
he
said he was in Texas recently or somewhere down there in his Texas
okay,
home. You know, it's too cold up there for him. You know what I mean? He got
yeah,
he got a couple of his toes amputated. You know, his
all that, right.
aching. You know, it's
He's dealing
cold up
with that.
there. You
Yep.
know, I think that him being in Boulder, it hurts him getting a lot of a good recruits too, though. Like you know what I mean? Some people
Mhm.
say that um the code don't matter, but I absolutely 100% think the code matters to some football players. Not every football player wants to play in the elements, especially in the snow. Bro, if there's snow on the ground, it's cold outside. It's 32 degrees or below. Like, let's stop with the fake. It's not cold when snow's on the. Yes, it is, bro. It's cold.
If especially if it stays. Yeah, especially if it stays.
Right.
If the snow stays, yeah, yeah, it's freezing temps. Right.
Right, it's cold outside, and domes will help a lot of them teams like that get better
Mhm.
recruits. I think, um,
Mhm.
but you know, until that changes, I don't know. But him to me, him not signing that contract, like you said, you hit on that how it looks to recruits. You know what I'm saying? It
Mhm.
looks like he's not staying. I don't think he's staying there past when Shador graduate. After I think he might be out, or there might be a different venture for him or something else, but I don't think he's gonna stick around Boulder not for no lifetime. There's things going around on X saying that he's signing a lifetime contract. We got another comment popping up in here. I love it. I love it. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Make sure y'all hit that
Mhm.
like and that share button, man. I love it. Oh yeah, he said he got a big W. So in the middle of my take, I know I just stopped, but I wanted to congratulate my brother and his basketball program for y'all winning. Big up
Oh,
to
come
y'all
on.
boys, man. You know what I'm saying?
Keep going, man.
You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got you know. But yeah, like I don't think he's sticking around Boulder, man. I honestly don't think he's sticking around there, Dad. If that was the case, he already would have signed his contract. You know, it's an outrageous amount of money. He already brought $113 million to the economy of Boulder. Some crazy numbers, staggering, and I don't think he's gonna stay there. I don't think he's sticking around Boulder for too long. After that, you know, his daughter is what is his daughter? What, a junior or a sophomore? I think she might be a junior.
Sophomore.
She's a
I
sophomore.
Yeah, I think she's a sophomore.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I could be wrong, but when she was coming in, I'm almost certain she was a sophomore. Yep.
Okay, okay. All right. So yeah, but like I don't think he's sticking around though, man. Not too long after that, you know. And he may be surprised. He may be surprised. Me, he may stay around, but for all the years that they trying to sign him, you know what I mean. Look, I don't know. I definitely don't think he's sticking around, man. But I think it is a big deal that he's not signing this contract. I do, and just for the fact of what you said, and you hit it right, the nail right on the head, how it looks to other recruits. If some
Mhm.
recruits don't know how long he's staying there and how long he's there, that's why Colorado is missing out on a lot of people. Some Colorado fans might think that this ain't a big deal that he's not signing a contract, but it is because now, like, look, like Walter Nolan, y'all had a chance with him. I don't care what you say. Like, what everybody, all these players want publicity. They want the shine. You're gonna get that up at Colorado playing with Deion Sanders. You're gonna get that. You missed out on him. He went to Lane Kiffin. Y'all missed out on a lot of people in the portal, top players, because they're not sure. Even some recruits dropped out because they're not sure if he's going to be there. So that is a big deal. He does need to sign some kind of contract, give some of these players that want to go play for Colorado a little peace of mind. So I think, look, you killed it with that, and that's what it is. Like, so it is a big deal. So don't act like it's not a big deal, Buff fans. You know what I mean, that he's not signing a contract, because it is. And I know y'all holding on and whatever else, and wondering if he's going to sign or not. So, you know, I'm gonna keep it moving on the next topic here. Let's get it. All right. So this is the big
Mm.
question. This is a huge question. Where would HBCUs be if Coach Prime was there? Where would they be right now? What do you feel about that? Let's get it going. Like,
You're
what do
good.
you think?
Um, I went after you on this one.
All right. Well, I think that HBCUs would be in a much better place right now if Coach Prime was there. I think
Mhm.
that'd make all the difference. I made tons of videos saying that the PWIs have adopted the HBCU culture. When have you ever known Colorado University's band to play the Yin Yang Twins halftime? When have you ever known that? They only did that because Coach Prime came up there. They're adopting the HBCU culture. Coach Prime is a huge figure. So many eyes was back on HBCU football once again, HBCU sports in total because he was down there. So that would have drove the revenue through the roof by now. And by now, if he had still been there, a lot more people would have been paying attention. A lot more recruits then would have been flooding into the schools, and everybody can't play for him at Jackson State University. So the players would have to have
Mm-hmm.
to spread around the SWAC to get their chance to play against him, even if they wanted to be there. So then you got Grambling getting better, Southern University getting better, Bethune Cookman, Perryview getting better. All these schools and those and the SWAC getting better, playing, and all the eyes and the attention coming back. Now all that revenue deals would have start flowing in and everything. And yes, HBCUs would have been in a much better place right now had he still been and at Jackson State University. And might I add that I've heard some pros, and you know who you are. I heard some pros say things like, "Oh, y'all just Jackson State fans that's following over to Colorado." Do you know how many Jackson State fans that were followed? You know what I mean? That followed Coach Prime up there to Colorado, and they dissing on that. Like I'm not feeling that. But at the same time, I got nothing to do with it. But I do think that HBCUs would be in a much better place had he been and the swag. I think the eyes was there. You know what I mean? Like they were the most watched, and and everything. Like everybody would have been there. All the supports there for him and everything. So you know, I just think it's unfortunate that he's not there. But I mean, he had to move on and do what he got to do. But look, you talking about letting somebody down and moving away from it. Like that was probably one of the worst things because like now I mean, that says to some of the people, that says to some people, like there's a price tag for anybody. They pulled him out of this. They seen what he meant to college football. They pulled him up
Right.
out of the swag, got him up there to border Colorado, all for the money. Like you could have done all that yourself. Like you could have been a man down there. Like you know what I'm saying. And then all the ads and everything. They knew he was going to do the college football. They didn't want that to happen for the HBCUs. They got him up there at Boulder. It's the end of that. There's nothing we could really do with it now. But I brought up the question: where would they be at? And I think they'd be in a better place right now. That's just me. What do
Okay.
you think?
Okay. I could I could rock with that a little bit, but I think it's probably more overall. I don't know. I don't know that he capped out. Where he was. I mean, if you look at what he did down in Jackson, I don't know if we'll see that again from a entire, like, he rebuilt the entire program, right? So
Mhm.
that was something that had to be done there. Now, if he would have had an opportunity at a HBCU like he did at Colorado, I don't know if it'll be the same. So with that being said, there's still a blueprint left. So, like, Eddie George is looking at what he did, and he can try to, you know uh imitate that as much as possible, right? If he was there, I don't know how much more it would come in, because I'm gonna say this, like, when who did he lose to? Was it the same team that he played in the Heritage Bowl twice?
He lost to North Carolina State. I believe that's who they lost to was North Carolina State in the cricket celebration
In the
bowl.
Celebration Bowl. There you go. All
Yeah.
right. I said in the Heritage Bowl. So the bowl at the end, when the SWAC, it's the SWAC MEAC champion, right? They play each other.
Uh-huh.
So I think that it could have brought a little bit more attention, but I don't know how much more it would have bought overall. I think that other teams would have start trying to imitate what he was doing. I do believe that it would have brought a little bit more uh recruits, but at the end of the day, even though he won the SWAC, he went from uh taking that program from where it was in the
Mhm.
basement to being the best team in the SWAC. He still was that Jackson State still wasn't the best team. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And they weren't the best HBCU. So
Yeah.
I think that as far as the exposure, there you go. That's the word I was looking for. As
Okay.
far as the exposure goes, I think they might have tapped out. That might have been the hype. The everything they're doing, and now, going to that PWI, like you said, and them taking the HBCU experience with them, right, is making it change. And it's
Mm-hmm.
and it's a bigger stage. And I think it was a good opportunity. And I don't know that they would have been in a better space as a collective. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think I think it could have got uh like I said, there was a blueprint there. So I think the other teams could try to, duplicate it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh, if he would have stayed there, I think that uh because like I said, I could rock with that. Maybe I think that exposure, it would have been good, but I don't know that it would have drew more players overall. I don't know. I think it would have been better for those institutions,
Mm-hmm.
but for the sport of football at HBCUs, I don't think it would have got much bigger. I don't know.
I
I just
mean,
don't.
I feel like
That's just
had
my
he
opinion.
been there long enough, long term, Eddie George. See, Eddie George is making power moves. I heard you mention Eddie George in the blueprint.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
the state of Tennessee owes the Tennessee State University a lot of money from back pay. I'm talking hundreds of millions of dollars, a lot of money. And the fact that it's Eddie George and Eddie George is trying to get that school all the millions of dollars to upgrade the facilities, the workout facilities, the rehab facilities, and all of that. A lot of us don't hear about that because a lot of people don't report on that kind of issue. Had Coach Prime
Hmm.
been down there at Jackson State University, maybe that would have helped bring a lot of light to what Eddie George is really trying to do at Tennessee State University right now with the state. And a lot of more people would have known that Tennessee State University is owed a lot of money from our government, and to fix that school up, to have the best facilities and everything. Like, I mean, eventually, in some time, I think they would have been able to move up into the Power 5 conference. Now, will we get smacked? Absolutely, we're gonna get smacked for a couple of years because we don't have the facilities, the trainees, athletes, and so forth and so on. But as time went on, HBCUs they would have moved up inch by inch, inch by inch, inch by inch. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And at some point, HBCUs would have been able to break through. You know what I mean? And I get it. Once one sport moves up, that means all sports have to move up. You know what I mean? Golf, bowling, hockey, whatever. Every sport has
Whatever.
to move up into the Power 5. And while they may not have been great at every sport, there would have been a lot more exposure for the sport. And yes, they were tapped out, but when you're bringing in $113 million a year to the poorest state in the country, Mississippi,
Hmm.
like, I mean, that's a lot of bank. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money, and that's just that area. But I agree with what you're saying too. So I see it from your point of view too, and see what you're saying also. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was his opportunity that he could really come past and stuff. But there's things that's going on now that we don't really know about because he's not there. You know what I mean? Like the exposure of things to help bring up the whole culture. But you know, um, when people say, when they got their comments and they saying certain things about how you might be dragging him down or whatever else, like, we got to remember where this is at, like, and what he could have done. I believe, so you don't think that he would have made a bigger impact on it? I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the good thing about this, because we got two different opinions on it. You broke yours down great, Dad. I
I,
appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I like, you couldn't have hit that no better. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
and let me say one last. I think that he. I think. Oh well. Honestly, I think overall that he wanted to give his some exposure for real, man. Like I think that he took that opportunity for that too. But and now it could be the same thing. You know what I mean? He took the bigger stage. His son has a
Because you would have
chance
done that for
to
one of your boys, huh? You would have
it,
done that.
if I it, if I had that celebrity, he used
Mm-hmm.
his celebrity status
Mm-hmm.
to be able to create a platform,
Mm-hmm.
for his sons to get exposure on a high level. Now, I'm gonna say mainly for Shador, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But because Shallow, he had played he played at South Carolina. So,
Mm-hmm.
but still I think like mainly for Shador Khan. Yeah, man. We to the next one. That was good. That was good stuff.
It was great. That was great. That was super great. Look, look. I appreciate everybody rocking with us. Make sure y'all pound that like button. Keep on sharing the show. Tag all your people in it. Make sure they get their butts up in here. We don't know who's gonna join in, but look, I appreciate all the love y'all that we getting. Y'all keep them comments rolling. Keep on interacting in the chat. We gonna answer questions. What y'all say. It is the fans' point of view. Hampton Huddle. Y'all already know what time it is. So come on, come with them questions. Keep it going. Somebody had it. A lot of people got some good things to say out there. I like that. I like that. We rocks with that, y'all. We dig it. We dig it. All right. So, this is huge. This is huge because this
Mm,
is huge.
okay.
LeBron didn't stand for the national anthem. He did not stand for the
Yeah.
national anthem. Now, he walked in during a USC game when I went to go see his son play ball. The national anthem came on. He's walking in. He sits down. He don't stand for the national anthem. Now, as you can see, the question I have there is people made a people went off saying it's about disrespecting the soldiers and whatever else. First of all, I know that it's not about disrespecting the soldiers. The soldiers have absolutely nothing to do with that. It's about is the country being divided. What do you think about this whole thing there? What do you think about this?
Man. On like I said, I don't know a lot
Keep
of
it all.
facts on it. I didn't get to see it. Yeah, I didn't get to see all the facts. Hold on one second, man. You said some I'm getting over one, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta keep clearing my throat. This is but
Okay.
I didn't get to see all the facts of what, you know, happened there, or if there's a reason, what type of response he gave or whatever. I didn't get to see any.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I would say, I mean, you know, it's almost like a rhetorical, you know what I'm saying, in a way, because the country is definitely divided. It's been like that. That's my wheelhouse, man. I'll go down that rabbit hole for like 100 miles. You know what
I
I
want to
mean?
hear what
But
you got to say. Don't hold nothing
I
back. This
mean,
is the huddle. We keep it 100,
it's
Dad. Go ahead.
it's the country is definitely divided, man. I mean, it was founded on being divided. So we could go into a whole bunch of different things. I'm not even going to go into the into the you know indentured servitude, into the slavery and all that stuff. I'm not even going to go into that. I'm just going to simply say, you know, him as a somewhat conscious man, right? Knowing that he's seeing his people treated even to this day the way that they are, right? And I'm not saying, like I said, I didn't even get a chance to see why he sat down. But the fact that he's even doing it right there, is letting like he's, you know, I'm not going to say taking a stance, or pun intended, taking a seat, because that they're not going to try to do what they did to Kaepernick to him. I
Right.
mean, he's pretty, what I'm saying, he's pretty much the face of the league right now. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
overall, because
You got people
there's
calling
some of
him.
these
You
new
got people
players,
calling
but
him
I'm
P
saying, like,
O S's and
as
all
far
kinds of
as
stuff.
his legacy in the league,
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to do anything to him. But I want to hear what he's going to say. But you know, the country is definitely divided. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. As much as we want to look forward and say that there's going to be change or whatever, it's still a clear divide between the European lineage and the black lineage. I mean, it's a clear line. It's a clear
Mm-hmm.
line, and and if you look at how it was founded and what this place was founded on, I mean, you know, unless you're living under a stone, even if it's a young man that's just getting into, I'm gonna say, for lack of a better word, consciousness, or knowing who he is, whether that
Mm-hmm.
be spiritually or whether that be just lineage, or just on the space of being black. But it goes deeper than that too. But just on him, embracing, his blackness or whatever, you're going to see that, and you're going to clearly see that. Even someone that's still in, junior high can see that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Not even
Mm-hmm.
someone that's old can clearly see that that the that this country is racially divided. There's stuff that happens all the time, like, every couple years. I mean, it was a point in time. It seemed like it was happening every couple months. So
Mm-hmm.
again, I want to hear his response. Someone comes and asks him, "Why didn't you stand?" or whatever the case may be. I want to hear what the brother got to say, and then
So
and then I can weigh on it again now. But everything I'm saying now is pretty much just from a personal perspective. From what my eyes have seen, the 54 years that I've been on this earth.
right, facts, facts. And do you think that it's out of disrespect that he's like purposely disrespecting soldiers? Like, do you think that's what it is? Like
No,
him disrespecting soldiers?
no,
Okay, all
no,
right.
no.
And I
I
and I
don't think it has. I think he,
right.
in fact, and it'll come out. But in fact, I think I think that he has respect for that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
For the people
Mm-hmm.
that have given their life for this
Mm-hmm.
country, the people that serve as,
Mm-hmm.
for that. I think he respects that part. But I do think that he's one that that also knows, how this came to be,
Mm-hmm.
how this came to be. And if he was able to make a change and make it different, I think he probably would. But no, I don't think he's disrespecting the people that serve in the military and have served in the military. No.
Okay. Because he didn't stand for fact. But okay. So great take, battle. Great take. Great take. Great take. I gotta drop a bomb for you. That was I don't even know how I'm about to follow behind that. But like the way I feel on this is like people serve. I know so many people that serve, and I want to thank everybody that has served in our armed forces, no matter what it is. I want to thank y'all for doing that, for giving me my freedoms and my spoil behind. Before I get into this, the thing that's crazy about people always trying to throw the soldiers out there when this happens, this is about the injustice that happens. So y'all
Mm,
overseas putting y'all life on the
mhm,
line with each other, no matter y'all religion, no matter y'all color, no matter nothing. Y'all all going to war. Y'all all want to make it home back to y'all families. So when you in the army, there ain't no color. Y'all all are one there, right? And then as soon as y'all come from the service and y'all come back over to the mainland, what happens? You start seeing all this division, but then everybody want to keep throwing the flag up. So what do you mean disrespecting soldiers? You're just this systemic racism is disrespecting soldiers the way that it is, because when they overseas, their best friends are people of all colors and all religions, and then the minute they come back over here,
mhm,
there's the divide. It's a whole difference over here. It's never been about him disrespecting soldiers. It's always been about the injustice, the system, the way that it's set up against African Americans. That's what this is about. Stop trying to throw the soldiers in the way of that and having soldiers mad about that for not standing for that. I don't understand why there's not more soldiers speaking out on that. The fact that they have brothers in arms overseas, and then when they come over here, y'all know how it is. Y'all see it happen. So it's not about the disrespect of the soldiers. It's not. And that's it. Everything you said was spot on, but I just wanted to add that. You know what I mean? I don't think it has absolutely nothing to do with that. Nothing at all. And that's not
Mm-hmm.
everybody keeps missing that point. Quit missing that point. Quit trying to look away from what it's really about. It's really about the
Mm-hmm.
injustices and everything. It has nothing to do with that. And yes, the country is still divided. It really is. And until that stops and everybody quits looking over things and quit saying stuff, then yes, you're probably going to have more people that sit down for it. You know what I'm saying? So let's
Mm-hmm.
stop that. Let's stop that. Let's stop doing that. All right. Next one. So we gonna move into some other segments, man. We gonna move into some other things real quick, y'all. We got some college picks and everything that we gonna roll up in here with. So these are the college bowl games, and that's why I told you to hold that thought, Dad, on that one game. I don't know if you can see that. Do I gotta pull
Okay.
it up a little bit bigger? All right. You want me to pull that up
Um,
a little bit bigger, or can you see that just good enough?
let me see if I can pull some up so I
All
can
right.
be with you. Be the same list, but let me see if I can find if I can
Is
find
that
something that
good
I can
enough?
reference.
All right.
Nah.
All right.
Well,
That's
hold up.
cool though.
Yeah, no, it is.
I could have pulled it up. I could have made it a little bit
It
bigger.
was
You know what I'm saying?
it
If
was
that's
kind
what
of
you needed. Uh, I'll make it bigger. All right.
hold up.
All right, right there. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I can see that pretty much. All right. I might have to get in
All right.
close on some, but I can see that pretty good. All
All right. So we going so what we gonna
right.
do is we gonna start from the top. We're gonna start from the top over there. Let me have some of this stuff so y'all can see it really good. So we're gonna start from the top left corner and we're gonna work our way to the right. So you know what I mean? And then we'll go start with the ones with the bottom. So we'll start from the left to the right, top, bottom. Got it? All right. That's what we'll do. All right.
I can still hear you, man. I just got up real quick. I can still hear you, though.
All right, no, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So we got, and I want y'all to in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all put y'all teams too. Like, just put the first letter of the team in the chat. Who your pick is, so y'all can follow along and without. All right. So if y'all can see that up there. All right. So we got UCLA at Boise State in the bowl game. That's going to be coming on here shortly. It's probably on right now. UCLA, Boise State. Who y'all got? Who y'all got in this pick? I got UCLA in this. I got UCLA over Boise State. You know what I'm saying? I think UCLA's defense, as y'all seen, they got some defense, that defense lineman that's going to the pros. And I think that that's going to make the difference in this Boise State game real quick. You know what I'm saying? UCLA played a lot better than what their record was. The Pac-12 was absolutely stacked this year. They was a lot tougher. So I think that yeah, I think that UCLA got that. What you think? He said did my nose? Oh, hold on. He
In
said
that game right there, I don't know.
okay. All right, we can answer that
I
real
don't know.
quick. Real quick before we get into this, Dad. Real quick. We got a
Yeah,
question
yeah, go
from
ahead, Sam. Yeah, go ahead.
did my nose get robbed for the college football playoff? Absolutely. Absolutely. 100% they got robbed for the college football playoff. Anytime you are in the Power Five and you in the Power Five, you go undefeated. The ACC was tough. A lot of great defenses that was in the ACC. To go undefeated, they absolutely got robbed. We don't know what that quarterback would have done. Now, not quarterback. Now, to answer your question, now to answer that question, right? Breezy, to answer that question, we don't know what that quarterback would have done because he was the third string quarterback, and they still beat Louisville in in the championship, the ACC championship.
Right.
Because we know when the first string quarterback, how many reps he gets with the first string, wide receivers. You know how many reps the backup quarterback gets. The third string quarterback got minimum reps, still won the bowl game against Louisville. You know what I mean? So we don't know what he would have done had he had a lot more time, a couple of weeks to prepare with the number one offense, because they already had the best defense, one of the best defenses out there. Let's just keep that 100. You know what I'm saying? And had he had that time to go in there, he probably would have had a run. They probably would have did a lot better. He would have did a lot better. So yes, the nose got robbed 100%, 100%. Because if they was really going to put the best teams in there, Georgia would still be in there. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't make sense. Yeah, they got robbed. What you think about that, real quick, Dad? Before we get into these both.
I think well, a couple things. I was talking about the conferences, my opinion on the conferences when we were, talking earlier. I think that because they did beat LSU earlier in the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they beat LSU? Okay. But overall though, I think the ACC was down this year, man.
Yeah,
So
you.
I think but I do think they got robbed from getting put in the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think they match up good against anybody in there right now. That's just my opinion.
Okay. I think
You
like
know,
the ACC, the ACC wasn't as flashy as it normally is because we're used to seeing Clemson good. We're used to seeing Pittsburgh
and
decent. We
Clemson's
used to
down,
see,
right?
you know what I'm saying? And it just wasn't as flashy as it normally is, right? Because a lot of the players are spread around the college football. But the he said it's always the SEC. You're right about that. The SEC generates the most money, those games, period, point blank. But the ACC had hands down the best run defenses in college football. Let me tell y'all that. If you look at it statistically against who everybody played in the ACC, now we talking consistency, okay? Consistent.
Mhm.
Clemson was a good defense, great defense. Miami Hurricanes had
Consistent, right?
the Miami Hurricanes had the best run defense in college football. The only reason why you see Michigan, Penn State at the top of that list, if you get on anybody's list, is only because of the competition they play. Who have they played this year? The Big Ten was absolutely do this year. Garbo, trash bag. They was but that hot garbage that Big Ten was this year. Let's just keep it a buck. It
Mhm.
was. You know what I'm saying? Um, and Clemson, like I said, Clemson had one of the best defenses in there. Louisville's defense was okay. Miami Hurricanes run defense was crazy. Florida State's defense was just that team is all defense, all defense, all defense. That's how they won the ACC championship was because of their defense. Um, I think
Mhm.
they could have had a shot though. There, you know what I'm saying. I've been paying attention a lot, close to that, a lot more close, and attention to that. And that's why I was shocked when you said you don't think they would have matched up good with anybody in there right now. I think that they,
If
yeah,
now if they were healthy with their starting quarterback, yes.
yeah,
But 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 with the circumstances playing out the way that they did,
yeah.
if they would have went in there with a second string quarterback, no.
Third string quarterback, third.
Or third string quarterback, no. No.
They won the
I,
champ.
I
They
don't
won
no,
it.
I
They
don't I
won
don't
the
think they would have.
ACC championship over Louisville with the third string quarterback.
Yeah.
Pops.
And I in Louisville, I don't know. I didn't really get to see them play too
Very
much this year.
inconsistent. Very,
But
very inconsistent. They were very. They let us get one. They let Pitt get one from them.
yeah, you know who I like in the ACC though, but they're kind of up and down too. I call them Unk. UNC.
UNC. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Tar Heels. I like
Yeah.
I,
My
I like them, man. I like their
cousin Omarion Hampton play running back down there at USC. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, my
yeah.
cousin Omarion
He
Hampton running that ball all crazy out there, going bananas for
right, right.
USC. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like, I believe that the best, like, when I looked, and I'm telling y'all, ever since I've been doing this, I've been doing a lot of research, and I've been looking at stats, and I even look at the smallest things. The pros, they do so much things that I'm looking for little different ways to stand out and look different. When I'm telling you that
Mhm.
the ACC had the best run defenses in college football, I'm serious. Like, they in the it's the competition level. Every team in the ACC is decent. They're good. They're decent. When you look around, all like the Pac-12, I ain't gonna lie, the Pac-12 was probably another one that you can argue up and down through that conference was fire. You look at the SEC, who was the
Top to
dominant team?
bottom.
Yes, and
Yeah,
as the SEC from top to bottom, you know who's the best is in the SEC, right? From top to bottom,
right.
the Big Ten, you know who was in the best, top to bottom. The Big 12, come on, like Texas almost lost to Houston, Texas Tech. They battle with a lot of teams. Texas ain't had no
Mhm.
easy route. I absolutely think that Florida State would have stomped a mud hole in Texas. I think so. That's just me though.
With well, like I said, with their not with a third string quarterback, but with a
even if he had
with
the
their starting
time.
quarterback, I would have gave him a better chance.
Okay, okay. Well, that's the
You
answer
know,
your question. Great question, Breezy. Great question. Out, man. Great question. I had that up on there, but yeah, man. Like that's
uh,
crazy, man. Anytime you go undefeated in the Power Five, I don't care if you had a fifth string quarterback. You deserve to be at the big dance, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like yeah,
aren't
it's all a money thing though. It's all about money,
aren't they going to
in
expand the
eyes.
field coming up soon? Aren't they going to
The who?
expand the playoffs?
Yeah,
They're going to
yeah.
expand the playoffs in
Next year, 12 years. 12 teams next
for
year.
what
12 teams.
after the 24 season or the
Um, yeah, not that. Next season, next
24
college football
25.
season, there's going to be
Oh,
12
the
teams.
next one coming
Yeah.
up. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. 12 teams. Yep.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
And then, but then also with that though, a lot of the conferences are getting dismantled. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a couple of the teams from the Pac-12s going to the Big Ten, and a couple
Mm-hmm.
teams going to the Mountain West, and I think that's coming up this year too.
Yeah, it is.
A couple teams going to Mountain West and the Big
Colorado,
12.
Colorado, Arizona, Arizona State, and I believe Washington is going to the Big 12.
Mm,
Um, UCLA, USC, Washington, and Oregon is all going to the Big Ten.
mhm.
And I think that move right there for the Big Ten actually makes them. And Texas is moving to the SEC.
Okay,
So I think that
okay.
move by the Big Ten actually now puts the Big Ten right there with the SEC. But now I
Mm,
believe with the conferences, the way that they're setting them up next year, the the top two teams out of every conference has to be in the bowl game. In my opinion, you can't leave them out. You know what I mean? You just can't leave them out.
a sidebar. It's over 30 to 13.
We got smacked.
30 to 13.
Man,
Yeah.
look, man, we need a quarterback, man. I've been telling I'm not sold on this Kenny Pickett dude. I never been sold on Kenny Pickett. I just didn't not think that he was a quarterback for us. Like we knew we needed a mobile
You did
quarterback.
say that from
We
off
knew
rip.
we needed that. We knew we needed that. I was so mad when we didn't take Malik Willis. And granted, Malik Willis might not have been him, but he was mobile. He can move around. Like, why aren't we going after the Ravens backup quarterback? Somebody who can move around a little bit. Like, you got to be able to outrun a defensive end in quarterback now. You just got to. Like, you just, I mean, or you just got to have a all-star offensive line. Like Kenny Pickett, he's not it for us. I'm sorry to say that, y'all, but look, man, our quarterback woes is just going to keep continuing until we get a quarterback. I'm hoping the Bears go ahead and they draft a quarterback so Justin Fields could come over to us,
Take
so we
him.
be
Hey,
talking
yeah.
totally different. You know what I'm saying? Him and Mike Tomlin do have our relationship. If you just now
Mhm.
joining us, make sure you hit that like button, you share the stream so everybody can get up in here. We about to get into talking about. We gonna do our picks for the college bowl game. So if you in the comments, you can go along with us. So first up we got UCLA versus Boise State. Like I said, that game is on now. I picked UCLA in that. Who you got, Pop?
Out of that, you said it's on now.
Yeah.
Just out of, I'm gonna say out of, you know, history, I'll go
Mhm.
with UCLA with that one.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. The next one we got California, Texas Tech. Who y'all got? Who y'all got?
Mm.
Who y'all got? He said
What's that
Caleb
say?
to
The
the beard.
Independence Bowl.
I think so too, Cuddy. I think so too. California. Yeah, that's the Independence Bowl. Yeah, yep. The Independence Bowl is California, Texas Tech. Who you got? I'm going Texas Tech with that game.
See, I'm looking at like because they're in the Big 12. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cal. Yeah.
Texas Tech is tough. They tough. They tough. They
Yeah,
record did not show that this year. They got it. They got it rolling towards the end of the season.
I'm gonna
Um,
go against
they
the
tough.
grain, man. I'm gonna go with the Bears on that.
He said we got
I'm gonna go
another
with the Bears.
Texas
I'm gonna go
Tech.
with the Cow Bears. Yeah.
All right, you going with the Bears? You got another Texas Tech. All right. So the next one we got y'all is Western Kentucky versus Old Dominion. This is a game. This is the Bahamas Bowl.
Okay.
The Bahamas Bowl.
Okay.
You
I'm gonna
know
go
what?
with
I
OD
heard
on that.
you going with OD on that.
I'm gonna
They
go
the
with
favorite.
OD.
They in the favorite. All right, I like you go with OD. I like Western Kentucky. But yeah, OD. Yeah, I guess I gotta agree with you too on that one. I go OD. They got it. Yeah, OD. We got OD. Everybody said on OD. Yeah, yeah. Come on now, everybody. There's a lot more people up in the chat. Let's go, chat. Wake up. A lot more people watching. Hit that like button. Get down in that chat. Let's go. We got University of Texas, San Antonio versus Marshall. The Road Runners
Mhm.
versus the Herd. Who y'all got? Who y'all got?
You know what? And
I'm going with
I seen uh uh a UTSA play once this year. I haven't seen Marshall play at all this year. But
Me neither. Seen highlights though.
I think
Ooh,
I'm
we
gonna go with
stuck.
the herd. I'm gonna go with the herd there.
You going with the Herd? He going with the
I'm gonna go
Thunder
with the
and
herd.
Herd Marshall. All right, that's a good pick. UTS. I think UTSA got it though. I think it's
Mhm.
gonna be a decent one right there. All right, this is something. South Florida and Syracuse. Ooh, South Florida finished 6-6, right on there. He said he going Marshall. Yeah, all right, okay, okay. All right, he going with
Mhm.
Marshall. Okay,
You
all
said
right.
Moss.
Yeah, Randy Moss
Okay.
out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
better model. Right, right, right.
All
Uh,
right,
I'm gonna take. You know what? Syracuse is tough. I'm gonna rock with Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like what he did. I like what the coach did over at South Florida. Them being 1-11 team last year, and them going 6-6 this year. I think they look good. But Syracuse, yeah, their team is real tough, and I'm going with them. He said, "Me too,
Mhm.
pops." He said, "Me too, pops."
Okay. Okay.
Breezy, breezy. I think that is, or somebody
Okay.
else. Uh, the what bowl? What is that called? The Gasparilla Bowl. Georgia Tech and UCF. Who you got?
That's a nice one, but I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Rambling Wreck from Georgia Tech.
The Rambling Wreck
Rambling
from
Wreck from
Georgia
Georgia Tech. That's
Tech. Okay,
I know they're the Yellow Jackets, but that's you know people down there, from down there know they call it the Rambling Wreck. Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna go with Tech on that game.
All right. Yeah, I like Tech in that game too. I like Tech in that game
Mhm.
too. All right. The Camilla Bowl, Arkansas State, Northern Illinois.
Mm, that's a pick 'em for me, but
That's a pick.
I'm gonna go with Arkansas State.
Got Tech. Breezy said Tech. You going Arkansas State? Me too. Me too in that one. Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
Arkansas State too. I seen Northern Illinois play this year a couple of times. I seen them.
Mhm.
But I ain't.
And they're in the MAC, right? Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got the Birmingham Bull, Troy at Duke. Troy is the
Troy,
favorite in this game too, which is
hey,
crazy.
Troy, you said Troy's favorite. Is Duke's
Yeah,
is Duke's quarterback still injured or is he healthy?
I believe so. I don't know. I think he's still injured. I think that's why
If
they.
he's still injured, I'm gonna go with Troy then.
He said pass. He said pass on that game. He said pass on that game. I think like you said you're going with Troy. Yeah, Troy running that ball all crazy
I'm gonna
this
go
year.
with Troy.
They
Yeah.
strong. They got a nice run game and they got a good D, man. I like Troy. I like Troy too, y'all, in that one. All right. I hope y'all put y'all money up, man. You know what I'm saying? You get your nice little 10. I hope y'all get y'all a nice little 10, 11 pick parlay on these games. Put down a dub. You might get like 10 bands if you get them all right. That's crazy. All right. Georgia State and Utah State.
You know what? I'm looking at how Georgia State got a squad. Like I just noticed a couple years ago that they
Yeah.
even had a team, and
Uh,
they're competitive in their conference.
they are.
They're
They are.
competitive in their conference. And they got a lot of overall team speed, man.
But ain't them Aggies good too though? They decent too though. That's gonna be
Yeah, but you
decent.
know what though? I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
You
I'm gonna
gonna
go
go
with
with
the
the
Panthers, man.
Panthers? Okay, okay,
Yeah, I'm
good
gonna go with
pick,
the
good pick.
Panthers.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm there too, Breeze. I'm there too. I'm with Utah State on that one. They tough. Them Aggies is tough, man. They always got a
Mhm.
nice surprise. I'm with them too on
I'm
that
gonna
one.
go with the Panthers.
So
I'm gonna go
this
with
one,
the Panthers for upset.
the Armed Forces Bowl,
Mm.
James Madison and Air Force.
I'm
Ooh.
taking the Falcons with the upset.
You got the Falcons with the upset. James Madison, they oh man, I'm like man, that run game over there, that defense over there, it's gonna be a good game. I but I gotta go with James Madison on this. I gotta go with JMU on this one. I
I'm gonna
got
go
to.
with I'm gonna go with the Falcons, man. They run
Yeah,
that flex bone option.
yeah, that's crazy, right? That'd be crazy. That
Yeah,
he
yeah,
said,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go.
"Air, baby. All right, you going with the Air
Yeah,
Force? All right,
yeah.
okay, all right." Okay, all right. See, I like that. You going with the Air Force? Come on now. Make sure if y'all with us right now, make sure y'all hit that like button, smash that like button, hit that share button. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some people up in here. Let's keep rocking out. All right. We got a lot of people watching that ain't interacting, but it's all good. You go watch along, kick it with us. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? All right. So we got South Alabama, Eastern Michigan in the Lending Tree Bowl.
That's a pick 'em too, man. I don't know.
That's a not. I'm not even watching that game. I don't.
I mean, just on just to make a pick, I'm gonna go with SA. I'm gonna go
Okay.
with SA there.
Oh, Eastern Michigan is fire. They was
Yeah,
alright. They I don't know. I mean like that's who I seen. I seen little glimpse of Eastern Michigan this year, so I'm gonna have to go with Eastern Michigan on this one. But South Alabama is tough though. Them Jags is tough. They ain't gonna lie, they is. The Las Vegas Bowl, Utah and Northwestern. Now, I do want to say Brian Baum had Northwestern was 1-11 last year. Brian Baum brought them to a 7-5 record in the Big Ten. That got overlooked. Now that's a successful season. When you go 1-11 the year before, and then you turn around into a 7-5 bowl game win
that's
team,
success.
that's success.
That's successful.
I don't know about being 1-11 last year and then being 4-8 and still at the bottom of your damn division, saying that's a good.
Yeah, what I'm saying, I could go down that rabbit hole, but I look at it different though. But
That's
but
not
yeah,
nice. All right,
I go
that's
down. But I'm gonna go with the Utes on that, man. I'm gonna go with the Utes because just the history, and then
mhm.
like one of the ex Steelers went there too, man. One of the old
Okay.
Steelers went there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Well, I like in this game I like Utah. I like the Utes
I'm gonna
too.
go
I
with the
like
Utes.
Utah and
Yeah.
this that defense was very tough. Um Eric Weddle. I'm a big fan of Eric Weddle. That's his alma mater. And I'm rocking with them Utes, man. They tough. Even though
Hmm.
Northwestern did have a successful season. He said, man, that's a whole convo. What's a whole
Oh, it
convo?
is.
What's a
He
whole
talking
convo?
about he talking about the initial campaign up there in Boulder. That's a whole
Man,
conversation right there.
I mean, it gotta be. I mean, but when you 1-11 a year before talking about it's successful to be 4-8. No, it's not. That's not successful. You won more games than you did last year. But when you go 1-11 and then you go 6-6, like how South Florida did, that's successful. When you go
Hmm.
7-5, like Northwestern did, that's successful. But when you 1-11 and you kick out all your offensive linemen and all your best offensive
Yeah.
linemen, let's not forget that the guy who was in second place for the Remington, the best center in the country, played at Boulder last year. They gave him the boot. Let's not forget Drake Nugent was at
Right,
Boulder
right, right.
the year
I
before.
mean,
Let's not forget that.
I didn't
Let's
know.
not forget the guy down that Florida State Breezy's team, Florida State University. They got one of their offensive linemen from Boulder. Like, and that was the worst part about Colorado. I wonder if them linemen would have stayed up there in Colorado, their season would have been totally different. They win a lot of them games that they was in, but said they only got smacked by Oregon. Oregon put the beats on them, and then Washington put the beats on them. That don't happen if them offensive linemen is there. A lot of them other games, I think they beat USC if them there. They beat Arizona. They, you know what I mean? A couple other games they win. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
You say,
flat
yeah,
out though, if you give Shador like three and a half seconds, three and a half solid seconds,
yeah,
to throw the ball,
right,
there's gonna be records broken up there.
yeah, facts, facts,
There's gonna be
facts.
records broken up there. And I
Yeah,
mean, and that's not a long time. So like, I can agree with what you're saying if there was some linemen there, but you know, I'm also looking at a lot of different variables there. But like you said in the other segment, how the guy up there, the AD, he knew what he was doing, man. He wanted that,
George.
yeah, he wanted that attention on there. So
Yeah,
look, there's a bunch of other things that could go to, but I think they even now, they got a good start signing that lineman. Man, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens if they get a if they get two more interior linemen
they'll
that are
be all right.
dogs,
Yeah,
that can watch, get him at least 3 seconds to throw the ball. It's a wrap.
yeah, it's a wrap because he fired. He fired. I
It's
agree. I agree. I agree with that. All right, Coastal Carolina and the Hawaii Bowl, the Hawaii Honolulu.
mm,
That's where the
mm,
Coastal Carolina San Jose State.
mm. You know what?
Who y'all got?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with CC on that, man.
CC. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
man. I'm gonna go with CC.
Man, I gotta pass. I don't know. I don't this game right. Yeah, I mean Coastal Carolina because they got picked. Yeah, so yeah, Eric out CC. CC.
Mhm.
We rocking CC out here. All right. Quick Lane Bowl, Bowling Green, Minnesota. I think I went with Minnesota in this game.
Bowling Green from the MAC too, right? Bowling Green's in the MAC.
Yeah, yeah.
Minnesota in the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Big Ten. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go Big Ten.
I went with Big Ten too because
Mhm.
yeah, Minnesota dominant there. The first responder bowl, Texas State and Rice. I think
Rice.
Rice.
Where is Rice, man? Is Rice in? Is Rice in? It's in NO, right?
I believe so. Somewhere down there, ain't it? Hold up.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think so. I think it might be in Louisiana, right?
Hmm.
Anybody know in the chat? Let's go. Let's go. Where is
Where's
Rice
Rice at? In what
College?
city? Or what state anyway? Just give a
Uh,
state.
huh? Rice University is in Houston. It says
Oh, it's in Houston. Wow, I was way off. All right. Uh Rice and Texas State.
we
So that's
both
really like that's probably almost like a rivalry game. I don't know.
Rice. He said Rice.
I'm gonna pass on that one, man. I'm gonna pass on that one.
All right, right. All right. Kansas UNLV, the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
I'm going with the Hawks on that one, man.
Yeah, the Jayhawks. Yeah, Kansas. I think they're gonna give it to them in that game. For that, well, this a good one though. Virginia Tech and
Mhm.
Tulane. I seen Tulane get out of this year. Virginia Tech didn't look too promising. They played very inconsistent in that game. But there is in the
That's where it
AC
is.
and
I think I think
Tulane is in the yeah, they're in New Orleans.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I get. I got Rice and Tulane twisted. But
The
go ahead though.
Wave. I'm out, man. Tulane, they got a squad this year, but Virginia Tech is in the ACC, and
But they're down.
yeah, they are down. They are,
La Tech.
but but they still bowling though. You know what I mean? They still bowling,
I'm
and
going with the wave
you
too.
going
I'm
with the
going with
Green
the wave.
Wave? All
Mhm.
right, all right. You going with the Wave? Everybody said a wave, the wave. All right, we got enough on that. We got the wave. We're gonna roll up that. UNC. We got Unk in
Um,
West Virginia. We got West Virginia.
you already know I'm riding with
Yeah, I'm going with UNC. My cousin ran the ball down there.
He said my cousin running the ball. Yeah,
I'm going
yeah.
with Unc. You know what I'm saying? Going with Unc. All right. All right. The
It's it's
Holiday Bowl.
it's
Lost
crazy too because
Louisville, USC.
if you pull up his picture, he kind of looked like Ken too. Yeah.
Louisville and USC. All right, Uncle. All right. He's still Louisville and USC. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good matchup right there. That's a good matchup.
USC
That's a good
Louisville.
matchup. That's a good matchup.
You know what?
That's a good matchup.
I think I think
Watching both teams this year, that
I
is a
think
great
I think
matchup.
Louisville's a little bit overrated, man. I'm gonna go with I'm,
USC.
yeah. I was
Okay.
I
That's
was
what we
I
got
was
here.
I was going to say their nickname, but I'm gonna just go with USC.
The Trojans. Trojan.
Right, right, right.
uh, listen, Texas A&M. He said, all right, he said only because okay, so we got it. I like that. He said only because of the top QB, they say. Yeah, Caleb
Yeah,
Williams, right?
yeah,
Yeah, right,
yeah.
right,
and
right.
and that'll be his showcase. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll be if he if he's even going to play. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them be sitting out them games, but I didn't hear anything that indicated that he wasn't going to play.
But this another good matchup. Texas A&M at Oklahoma State.
Mm, you know
They got
what?
a lot of players in the portal. Something going on at Texas A&M.
You know what? I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Aggies on that one, man.
The Aggies.
I'm gonna go with the Aggies. I'm gonna go with the Aggies.
Aggies.
Yeah.
I kind of like with everything that's going on down there right now. I don't know if it's a distraction, but a lot of people's in the portal right now. So I think that they really trying to like showcase their talents. So I got to go with the Aggies. I got to go with them too because of everybody that's trying to get up out of there right now. And yeah, he said state blow it. You said so. You say state blood. So you A&M. Yeah, yeah. I feel you. I agree. I agree. I agree. I got you. I agree with that. So to SMU Boston College. SMU Boston College. What you thinking on that one?
I'm
Mm,
I'm
mm,
going
mm,
with the they
mm.
call them Mustangs.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm gonna roll with the Mustangs right there.
I think I'm gonna go off the grain. I'm going Boston College, man. I seen Boston College give Florida State a very good game this year, man.
BC's tough though. They-
I seen them
They're
give them
tough, but
seen them
I
give
think them, like when it comes,
he
and
said
they are built like that team.
yeah, yeah,
BC and BC and Syracuse are similar to me.
yeah, they tough,
That's why I
right?
picked Syracuse
Yeah,
earlier. But
that's what I thought too.
but I just think like them Texas squads, man.
Yeah,
I think they just got too much up interior on both sides of the ball, man.
yeah,
I think they're gonna get to the quarterback and they're gonna be able to run the ball on Boston College.
yeah. I don't okay. That hey, look, I like that. I like that. I just think I don't think they could be. I think BC was one of them underrated squads that people overlooked in the ACC this year, and because BC brought it versus Florida State, that was their best showing game, and they fought Florida, and if you can get BC playing like that, I don't think SMU going. I don't think they ain't on the same field with BC, to be honest. But hey, I like what you said though. That was very very good. Hey, look, I like what that was a good take. You broke that down. Like now you got me rethinking a little bit, but now I gotta go with BC. Rutgers at Miami. Rutgers in Miami in the Pinstripe Bowl. Rutgers in Miami. What y'all think? Who y'all got
Those
on that one?
those two games, those two games that stacked right there, the pinstripe and the SMU one that we just picked, right?
Uh huh.
The same thing. The
Same scenario.
Miami Miami was good when Tyler Van Dyke came out hot, but
Mm-hmm.
then like once they got data on him, once they got information on him,
Mm-hmm.
they start shutting him down.
Mm.
He was thrown to that one little to the one Hispanic receiver all the time. But
Okay.
then people start tracking him down. And if you can run the ball on Miami, you can beat and Rutgers.
But you can't.
Well, Rutgers got a
Yeah.
nice running game. And Unk ran on them.
Yeah.
Omarion showed out against Miami.
Yeah. He did. He was about the only one that really got loose on him.
But I mean, when you look at conference play, who else is there? And then you got and then too, I will say
Duke
this too.
couldn't do that. Even
You got
Florida.
Mac Brown at Unk too.
Florida. Hey, look, I think the nose. I think. Look, I think Miami had the top three best run defense in the total ace in the ACC. I think their run defense was awesome. I've seen it, and I think that they get Rutgers. I think that Rutgers runs the ball well. That's what their offense relies on. Gets going through the run. Miami takes that away. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think Miami inks this one out. I think they get it out. Shout out to Sean Taylor, rest in peace. You know what I
I
mean?
like
He
that.
said, you know,
I like that.
well,
Whoever posted that, that's yeah. He said one love, Sean Taylor. I'm going with the U as a Knowles fan.
that's breezy.
Oh,
Breezy rock with you heavy. That's breezy. That's
okay,
breezy. That's my
okay,
wife's cousin. That's my cousin. He's been there
okay.
for
Shout
years,
out,
years,
shout out, bro. All right,
years and years and years. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
I don't even. Oh man, what happened? Why is my screen doing this? Like, what's like? What is this? I don't want.
It's
Okay,
clear.
all
It's clear on my side.
right. Okay. NC State at Kansas State. If you're just not rocking with us, let's go ahead and he said definitely pops, definitely. All right. So
Mhm.
let's hit that like button, hit that share button, y'all. It don't cost you nothing. We up in here, we kicking it, kick back, great going on. NC State, Kansas State. There you got, man. Who you got?
I'm a just on that one because that's kind of picking. But I'm gonna go with NC State because they got they got them big receivers down there, man. They always keep some
Another ACC school, right?
tall receivers. Yeah, yeah,
Another
yeah. I'm
ACC
gonna go with NC State
school.
there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You picking a lot of we picking a lot of ACC schools.
I'm,
I told you they was underrated. I told
I
y'all.
picked I picked Unk and I picked NC State. I don't think I picked any other ones.
Now I went with
But
Unc. We went with Unc. The chat went with Unc. We went with Unc. We went with who else? Oh yeah, Boston College and Miami. So that's the third one we picked from the ACC so far.
okay.
He said, man, that's tough, man. But NC close. Like, yeah, it is. That is
Mhm.
a tough one because I'm telling you, Kansas State. Will Howard, he trying to get up in that portal. I gotta go with Kansas State. I seen what they could do. I honestly think that they the best Big 12 team in their period. They should have beat Texas. They should have beat Texas. Kansas State should have beat Texas. I'm rocking with them. Um, the Alamo Bowl, number 14 Arizona, number 12 Oklahoma. Oh, this is
I'm gonna go
ah
with Zona on that, man. I like the. I'm gonna go with Arizona
Oklahoma.
there. Yeah, yeah, man. I'm gonna go with Arizona. The only
Yeah,
time I seen them play was against Colorado, so that's not much of a
You going with who? Yeah, you only see them play against Colorado. They
yeah.
deep, they defenses. They got a nice defense over there at Arizona. They got a nice defense. Oklahoma fell off a little bit. They took that L to Oklahoma State, and then I think Texas Tech got them too. Um, Arizona got a shot. They got a nice little quarterback over there. But yeah, I think I gotta go with Oklahoma. I think that Dylan Gabriel, he's the difference maker in that game. I'm rocking with them. That's a good one. Clemson and Kentucky. Clemson and Kentucky in the Gator Bowl. In the Gator Bowl.
I'm gonna go with the Wildcats right there.
Yeah, AZ was killing it late in the season. They was.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm gonna go with the Wildcats right there.
The Wildcats. You going with the Wildcats? Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
going
man.
with
I'm
the
going with the
Kentucky
Wildcats there.
Wildcats and the versus Clemson?
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm going
Okay.
with the. Yep.
Kentucky. He said Kentucky. I look and look, and that's probably you being a little bit biased as being a Knowles fan and everything with Clemson, but Clemson defense was the best in the ACC. They were. They were. They were. Their record
Mm,
didn't show it. Their record didn't show it, but they were statistically. And I think Clemson gets this win. I think Clemson closed their season out with getting a bowl game. I'm rocking with Clemson, but I feel y'all though on Kentucky. I feel that. I feel that. It's tough. Oregon State in the Sun Bowl. We got Oregon State and Notre Dame. I think
mm.
Notre Dame, hands down, man, hands
I'm gonna have
down.
to go with the
It's
Golden
gonna be
Domers there too.
it's gonna be tough for me.
Although I think they, I think there's been a lot of games just off, a lot of the critique I'm saying now is just based off of highlights I've seen because I haven't watched a lot of teams play. But
Okay.
but from what I've seen,
Hmm.
their defense is has been kind of
Wow.
exposed by a lot of
Dang.
teams this year. So I
What?
I'm gonna go with the Golden Domers though. I'm
You
gonna go
a
with the
Knowles
Golden
fan?
Domers in the close game.
Okay. That Pop said he going with the Knowles. Yo, he said he going with the Notre Dame. Okay, so Breezy, you a Knowles fan. I gotta ask you this: how you feel about getting DJ Ugly Gamey, DJ Ungalele? How you feel about getting him, man? How you feel about getting him in the transfer portal? There's a lot of quarterbacks in the transfer portal.
He's
You
in the
as a
transfer
Knowles
portal
fan,
again.
yes, he is. Yes, he is. Absolutely. He just visited Florida State.
He
Who
gonna
you
wind up
want
at
as a
Pitt.
quarterback?
He gonna wind up at Pitt.
Oh my God. I don't want
I
him,
mean,
man.
no, I mean, I'm saying that jokingly, but yeah, he gonna wind up in a squad like that though, or something like that, man. Like, I mean, why is
Yeah,
he
that's
leaving
a serious
again?
question. That's a very serious question. Yes, who you want? Who you want at quarterback? Who you want at quarterback at Florida State University? There's a couple of quarterbacks that's in the portal. Dante Moore from USA, UCLA, Cameron Ward from up there at Washington State University. Um, I don't. I mean, DJ Ungalele. I mean, he just. Yeah, he was. I don't
Ugandale. Yeah,
know. Ungale. I don't know.
yeah.
Ugly game lately. I don't know.
Right, right, right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but we gonna try to get through these, man. We've been rocking for
Come
a
on.
minute, man. I appreciate everybody rocking. We've been
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
almost 2 hours strong up in here, man. All right, we got the Liberty Bowl, Memphis and Arizona State. I'm going with Arizona State on that one.
Memphis.
Arizona
No,
State.
that's Iowa State.
Oh, Iowa State. I'm sorry. What I say Arizona? I'm
Yeah.
bugging. I'm bugging. Yeah, I'm bugging. Iowa State and Memphis. I'm going with Iowa State.
You going Iowa State? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm going.
go. I'm gonna take it back to Tennessee.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna take it
okay.
back to
All
Tennessee. I'm
right.
gonna go with Memphis.
Okay, all right. I ain't mad at you. The Cotton Bowl Classic, Missouri and Ohio State University. Who do y'all got? That is, he said you
Who's
going.
this? Say the game. I couldn't see it at the bottom. Because you got the ticker
All right,
scroll across, so I couldn't see it.
I got you. I got you, man. I got you. Yeah, I got you. What's up? You know what I mean? He said you're gonna have to put me on the show to talk about that. I'm gonna take up the whole time on air. He
But you
talking
talking about
about
Flay State? He
yeah,
talking
well,
about Flay State?
yeah, Florida State. Yeah, he talking about
Yeah.
Florida State University because they that's their squad. Like that's a squad, and
Mhm.
they got some quarterbacks that's out there in the portal. You know what I'm saying? For sure, for sure, for sure. All right, let me here I'll put the joint up in the chat for y'all, man. I could call in, man. Y'all ain't gotta worry about y'all face being. Y'all ain't gotta worry about y'all face being on there. Your audio will be on there though. So don't act like it. He said Ohio. He going to Ohio. He said Ohio. Yeah, better. Your wife said you
Who's this? Say this again? It's the Buckeyes and who?
Missouri Tigers.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Old State on that. Yeah.
Ohio State. All
Oh yeah,
right,
excuse
I ain't
me.
mad at
Yeah,
y'all. I
my
ain't
bad.
mad at
Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
for
my
that.
bad.
I think that's one of the better bowl games that's going to be played right now. They're gonna that's the
Mm.
I think that's one of the better bowl games, y'all. I think that Missouri was the most remember I said earlier in the show that they was the most consistent SEC defense to me, just to me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all can form your own opinion. I'll argue that. Now, if I ever got into a debate about that, I would definitely show the statistics and why I think that Missouri was the most consistent defense in the SEC. Mississippi and Penn State.
Ole Miss.
Mississippi and Penn State. Ole
Ole
Miss.
Miss.
Ole Miss and Penn State. Who y'all got? Who y'all
Ole
got?
Miss. I think, and in fact, I think that Penn State is overrated here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're overrated. I think that Mississippi State got too much overall team speed for Penn State.
Yeah.
It could get ugly. Could get ugly.
He said it could get ugly.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, I know, right? Mississippi, Ole Miss, but look, Penn State is ranked that high, y'all, because of their offense and defensive line. Because they got some
Yeah.
guys
Right.
who's going to the, you know what I mean,
Right.
going to the league. That's why they're ranked that high, because their trenches is decent. But Pops is right, y'all. Pops is right. I'm telling you, there's no way that speed on Ole Miss is overlooked, and they might whoop on Penn State. That's what he said. I think they get Penn State though. Auburn in the Music City Bowl, Auburn and Maryland. I gotta go with the Terps. I gotta go
You
with the
gonna go
Terps.
with the Terps? Oh,
I
that's
gotta
right.
go
That's
with the Terps. I gotta go with
uh,
the
what's his name? Little brother quarterback, right?
yeah,
Oh
Ungalele. I can't pronounce it.
no, no,
Ukulele,
no, no.
Ungalele. Tua's
Miami's
Tonga
quarterback.
Valola, Tonga Valola, Tua's little
Oh
brother.
yeah,
Yeah, Tagavola, however you pronounce it. He said, "Oh,
Tua.
yeah,
Just say Tua. Yeah.
Tua,
Okay, so
yeah,
little
Tua,
Tua's up there. You know
yeah."
what? It'll be a showcase for him. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Terps too then.
You going with the
Yeah,
Turk? All right.
yeah.
Ooh, the Orange Bowl game.
Hey,
We got the Florida,
you
the
know what though?
Seminoles, Georgia, the
Right.
Seminoles and Georgia. Who wins this game? Who wins
It,
this game?
they are not gonna beat no Kirby Smart team with a second or third string quarterback. That's just not
Okay,
gonna happen.
okay.
That's just
I
not
like,
gonna happen.
I like. Look, I ain't
I,
gonna
I
lie.
you know, I am a person that likes to root for the underdog.
Uh huh.
And even though I know you know that Flay is ranked higher,
Yeah.
they they not gonna beat no Kirby Smart team
Right.
with a second or third string quarterback. Nah.
I know. Look, the Bulldogs is on paper statistically the better team, but I want the Noles to win this game because they got cheated out the playoffs. And if they could, man, like I honestly think that they could hold Georgia down. Defensively, I really do think that they can defensively match up with Georgia's offense, Florida State's defense. If that quarterback can show what he can do versus Georgia, it's gonna be a whole new thing. But like I know Georgia got the better team, but I want Florida to win because they got cheated. That's what this is with me. You know what I'm saying? I do. I honestly do. But they both if you argue, you could argue they both got cheated. But look, Georgia lost the SEC
They
championship.
lost the championship
You know
game,
what
right?
I'm saying? So, but Florida
Right.
State won theirs undefeated, and I want them. But yeah, the Arizona Bowl. What you
You
say?
got a
We
question in the
okay,
chat about the spread of
okay.
what you think the spread will be. I think it's gonna be close.
The
It'll
spread
be
right now, I think it was only like at like what, like 3 points or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Yep.
I ain't think the spread was that close. But hold on, though, that's a good question because I got it pulled up. I always have. I'm always ready, man. I'm always ready. Okay, you said who we was just talking about again? The Georgia
Uh uh Georgia and Flay State.
Georgia and Flake. Okay, all right. What they got that at? What they got that Georgia in that game, man? All right, it's coming up right here. Ooh, dang! They giving Georgia 14. Oh yeah, I'm definitely taking
Wow.
Florida. I'm
Okay.
definitely taking Florida for 14. Yeah, 14 points. Give me Florida for sure. Cause they ain't
I
gonna
don't
just
know,
stomp them.
man.
They
That
ain't
might,
stomping them. I don't
but
know.
their defense is still good though.
They ain't
You
stomping
know,
them.
they just got
They
to
ain't
be
stomping them.
mentally ready. Yeah,
Don't be surprised.
it-
All the third string quarterback got to do is all he has to do is be a game manager. Do not turn the ball over. Make the plays. Stick with that run defense. To
we
keep
still
with
got to
them
score
short.
points though.
Yeah, like they will. I think they will, but that it's gonna be tough for Georgia to score too, though. Like Georgia, I'm telling you, I just feel like that. Like, look, that's just me. But 14 points they get. Yeah, 14-point underdog. 14. Like, dang, they acting like Florida State like completely fell off. Like that's a gimme right there. So yeah, I'll take Florida State with the 14 because I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. But hey,
Mhm.
that's what that spread is though. I'll take them with that all day.
We rounding up, man. I'm gonna have to get me something to eat here in a minute, man.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna get up off here, man. Like, all right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna just go straight to the games. All right. So we got Wisconsin at LSU. Who you got? Let's get through this and then we can roll out because you can
The
roll out.
Badgers are tough, man. They're always tough, and especially in bowls. It- Do they still got the same coach up there?
Uh,
Um, what's his
I don't,
name? What's his name? He used to coach at Pitt, man. He used to coach at Pitt too.
I don't know, but LSU.
Uh, but anyway,
I'm going with LSU, man.
yeah.
Don't be Pickett's.
all those, all those Big Ten SEC matchups, man. You know, it's it's basically the same, man. I'm gonna go with LSU there. I'm
All
gonna go
right,
with
all right.
LSU.
LSU. Liberty and Oregon. This is a gimme game. Oregon all day. Or Liberty
And
can't
the
stand on
Ducks.
the field with Oregon. That's gonna be a straight
You know
blowout.
what?
Straight air
You know
out.
what? I
That's
would
crazy.
love to see Liberty pull that upset, but it just I don't think I don't think but I would love to see like is that is a
That
definite
ain't happening.
game where I would love to see the underdog win.
They got the Oregon game, but look, they giving look. It's state is 17.5 point underdog. I don't think there's any
No,
bowl game that's that like that. That's crazy.
I
And
look,
and
I never
they
got
ain't
over when
covering that 17. They ain't covering that 17. That's crazy.
no,
Liberty ain't they ain't.
no. I never got over when I never got over when the coach was shining on Dion.
He said he think the Ducks should be in the top four. If they would have
Really?
beat Washington, if they would have beat Washington, they'd be in there. But see, like that. See, both of them with both of them teams, I like Washington beat beat Oregon. If Oregon would have beat Washington in the Pac-12 championship, no doubt the Ducks would have been in. But Washington is the better team this year. Like they just dogs, man. Washington, they resilient like that, and they dominated that game too. Like Oregon got some garbage time touchdowns just to be even get that score up there for real. Like they dominated Oregon that second go round, and I thought Oregon had them because Oregon was hot. Like if you looked at the season, Oregon was smacking everybody in the Pac-12. Washington was like just beating them, getting past. It wasn't pretty scores, but Oregon was just running through the Pac-12 for real, for real. And I
Mhm.
thought that they was gonna get Washington, but Washington showed up and they beat them in the Pac-12 championship. So, you know, uh, I think Washington got that spot. They should definitely be in there with how the Pac-12 was. Um, Iowa and Tennessee. My camera's in the way, so I'm looking. That's why I'm doing that. And Tennessee. Who that say?
Iowa and
Iowa
Tennessee. You
and
said
Tennessee. Iowa and Tennessee. Iowa and Tennessee. Yep.
Iowa, Tennessee.
I gotta go with Tennessee, man. And SEC. I gotta go with Tennessee.
Yeah. Well,
Cause I don't think that
Iowa's
I don't
disciplined and they're good coach, man. I don't know. You know what?
yeah, Iowa they decent
I'm
and
gonna go
I mean they wasn't bad. They did play in the the Big Ten championship. I mean, for whatever that's worth, they did play in it. So
And they look like the Steelers too, man. I'm gonna go with the Hawkeyes.
okay, okay, all right. I roll with that. Roll with that. All right. Alabama and Michigan. We getting down to this last two
You get
games.
what you
Alabama and Michigan.
You know what?
Alabama and Michigan. He said the Volunteers.
You know what? I'm gonna go
Washington
with.
beat the Knowles.
I'm gonna go with.
Nah,
I think.
I
I
don't
think
think so, man.
Harbaugh got a chip on his shoulder now, and He's a good game preparer, right?
Who?
Harbaugh,
Oh,
right?
okay.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the Wolverines.
Woo!
I'm gonna go with the Wolverines.
I think the Wolverines got it this year. Everybody think that that Bama's gonna roll over them. The trenches in Michigan is real. Is real. The trenches is real, and they back then in Alabama. Let's just be real, ladies and gentlemen. Alabama's a one-trick pony this year. They are.
Mhm.
Run that quarterback, run that quarterback, run that quarterback. If that gets shut down, it's over. Michigan could beat JJ McCarthy could beat you. That defense could beat you. And Blake Corum can run all over you. So and them trenches is real. So yeah, I like that pick. I like that pick. Texas and Washington. He said by 8. He said me too, Michigan by 8. Wow. Yeah. 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 Texas and Washington. Who you got, Pops? Who you got?
Texas, Washington.
Yeah.
You know what? I like I like the story of Washington. I'm gonna go with the Huskies.
The Huskies. The
I'm gonna go with the Huskies.
Huskies.
I like that story. I like the I like the story of the quarterback. You know what I mean? I like that. I like his story. You know the journey that he
Okay.
went on to get there. I like that. So I'm gonna go with him. Yep.
Michael Penix Jr.
Yes,
Um,
sir. Yes, sir. I like that story.
man, this is probably this gonna be a good game. This gonna be a good game.
Mhm.
This is gonna be a real good game. I man, that quarterback at Texas is crazy. Texas offense is explosive. I don't think that I know that they both been in two good games. This is a hard pick for me, very hard pick. Man, this is a hard pick. Um and Kansas State should have beat Texas, so I gotta go with Washington in this one. He said they both should not be in there, but I'm not picking. They both they shouldn't be in there, neither one of them. Cause but see, the thing was when they put Alabama in there by Texas beating Alabama earlier this year, they had to put Texas in there. That's how that college football playoff went. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at it like that, because if they put Bama in for beating Georgia, Georgia was number one. Bama was at number 8. Even with Bama winning the SEC championship, like you could argue that they shouldn't be in there. That Georgia still should have only failed like a couple of spots and been at like number 4 just to get in the playoffs. But if they was gonna put Bama in there, they had to put Texas because Texas won the Big 12 and they beat Alabama, so they had to go in there. That's how that went. I mean,
Mhm.
that's just how I feel with that. But man, I got the game picks. I don't even know if we're gonna get through the game picks, man. Oh man, I'll try to make this as quick as possible, y'all. We've been going way over time right now, but look, we had a great show today, and I'm gonna keep it rolling. Look, um, the Broncos and at Detroit Lions. Oh man, the Broncos been hot. They've been real hot lately, and I gotta Detroit though, man. I'm going with Detroit in this one. Who you got, Pops? I'm hungry. I'm ready to go eat.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I'm at. uh, I'm gonna go with the Lions there, man. I'm gonna go with the
Lions.
Lions. Yeah, I'm going with
And
the
then what
Lions
about
on
the
that.
next game?
What was that? The Saints and the Giants
Yeah, the
over
Giants at
there.
the same. Yeah, two
The Gi-
garbage time teams.
oh, Saints.
Saints. All right. The Bears at
Ooh,
the
okay. Now
Browns and the Falcons at the Panthers.
Browns, the Browns and the Dirty Birds.
The Browns and the Dirty Birds. He goes with. Yeah, that's easy. That's easy, right? That was an easy one.
Mhm.
Buccaneers at the
You know what?
Packers. Jets at the Dolphins.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with love. So I'm gonna go with the Packers, and
Uh
then I'm gonna
huh.
go with I think Tua playing for something too, man. But the Jets is one of them squads,
They
man. You got
sneaky
to mess
good,
around
right?
and
They
it's like,
sneaky good.
yeah,
They sneaky good.
yeah.
They
I'm gonna
sneaky
go,
good.
yeah. I'm gonna go with the pack and the fish. Yeah.
Okay, we got that pick. I had to grab a chip, y'all. I had to get a flaming high. I had to get something, man.
I'm about to
I
get
had
mine
to.
too, bro. I'm about to get one down here now.
We almost done. Kansas City at the Patriots. Texans at the Titans.
You know what?
He said Pack in Miami.
Chiefs. I'm gonna go Chiefs and Texans there.
I
And
agree. I agree. I agree.
Tennessee, Tennessee's coming off. Tennessee's coming
I
off
like what Will Levis is looking like. I like what
a
Will
big
Levis
win.
look like in
Yeah,
Tennessee. I like what he look. I like what
yeah.
Will
Tennessee's
Levis
coming
is
off a
doing
big
out
win.
there.
But yeah, but go ahead though. Yep.
San Fran, Arizona, Washington, and LA.
I'm going NFC West in both games. Well, I'm going with the Saints, going with San Fran, going with LA over
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
over the
Good
over
picks. Good
yeah.
picks. This week might be some easy bread for some people out there. If y'all putting them up on your DraftKings,
Yeah, you got
this
three
week
up
is
there.
like yeah, because this is
You
the
know
last
what?
three. This is the last three games
I think
that I
that's
have.
going to be a tough game. The
Cowboys
Dallas
at the
Buffalo.
at the Bills,
I'm gonna
Ravens
go
at
with I'm and they at Buffalo outside. What's the weather like up there now?
I don't. It's been mild, man. It's been mild for real. It ain't even
Yeah,
really that
it's been
bad.
mild.
Yeah,
Um, I'm gonna go with
late all day.
I'm gonna go with you know what? But he's been kind of up and down. But I'm gonna go with Buffalo
Hmm.
in the first game. I'm gonna go with Buffalo with the upset.
Okay, okay,
I'm
okay.
I'm gonna take the mm, I'm gonna take the Jags over the Ravens
Mm.
and fly Eagles fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I want the Jaguars to win to help us out because we just took another
Oh man,
L.
we 500 now, man,
And
and they tossing the coin to see who's going to play quarterback next, man. So
yeah, right. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
they're
horrible.
out.
He's going rough buff. All right.
I just hope they can win out,
Yeah,
man.
I
I just
gotta
hope
go
they
with
can
the
win out.
Bills too, man. I got to.
Yeah.
But look, y'all, look, man. That was amazing, man. If y'all look, if y'all wanted this to happen every weekend, man, I've been trying to get him up on here for the longest. Y'all give it up for Pops, man. Y'all gotta give it up for Pops, man. Thank you for being here.
Yep.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Great show. That was it really was. It was a great show. We gotta do this more often. I appreciate all the love and support I get from y'all out there. Make sure that y'all keep sharing it, hitting that like button. And until next week, man, y'all know I'll pop up, with some videos throughout the week and everything. But until next weekend live, we'll see y'all then, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Peace.